Hello everyone. Now we will understand the next fundamental about the object oriented programming or the object oriented programming concepts. That one is data encapsulation, data abstraction, and the data abstraction with the information hiding, inheritance, and polymorphism. These are the some fundamental object oriented programming concepts. We will understand it with the example. Basic concept in OOP, that one is we already understand the objects, then classes, then message passing concept. In a previous lecture we already understand the object, classes, and message passing. In this lecture we focus on the data abstraction, data encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. Then we will just revise the object, class, and the message passing concept. This is somewhat important concept before we understand the object oriented programming with C++, because of object oriented programming concepts. That one is the important points. Without that we cannot think about the coding with the C++ using the object oriented. Object are the basic runtime entity of an object oriented system. That is a runtime entity. They may represent a person, a place, or any item that the program must handle. Means in a practical world, whatever the particular attribute, or it may be the entity, executes some functions, or it may be a functionality, or it may be with the data, that is maybe the object. They may represent a person, place, or any item that the program must handle. Then for example, it's as an object means what? It's a data member, and the functions means this is one object, we can say that. This one is with the help of example, a car is an object with the data members, that is the model, year of manufacturing, color. These are the attributes or the data members, we can say that. Then the start, move, stop, these are the functionality of a car object. Whole process or whole this car considering as a one object, and the particular that object we can say that the one class, that is a car as a one class. We will understand that is later with again a comparison with the object and class. Object are made up of two things, that is a state, means the data, then behavior, that is a functionality. Then example of object with a state and behavior, like a student have its registration number, name, age, weight, height, marks. Behavior, the particular student completed his or her registration, change the marks, change the height, weight. These are the behavior of a particular student. That one is considering as one object, have its data and the functions. That one is we can say that is object. Then what is meant by the classes? A class defines the type of an object. It's a little bit confusing, particular with the help of example of as a car as an object, and how exact car as a class. This is actual the answer. Class defines the type of an object, means when we says that this is a class, car as a class, which one is actual the defines the class of a particular object, means a car as an object, it's itself a class. Why? Because of car contains multiple car types, or it may be a variation, like we can say that one is my car, it may be a car types contains again a change the data and a functionality. That's why that particular object we can say that as a class. When we can say that is a class, when that one is comes under the particular class. Like car is an object and the class also. Why? Because of it's again elaborate with the multiple types of a car. That's why it comes with a, or it may be the multiple situations of a particular car, like a different type of data and the behavior of that car. That's why we can say that car as a class and is a run with an object with a changing of a data and the behavior. Class is a prototype, template or a blueprint of an object. Class is a prototype, template, that is a one type of a format. Class is a one type of a format for the object. Car is a one type of a format for the object as a my car. That is simply the class. Class is a specification common to all objects of a particular type. Class contains the specification like a car name, car model, car color. This is the specification about the particular object, and that one is comes under the class. Class have a specification common to all object, means particular, it's considering as a car class contains a object like your car and my car. Then my car have a different data attributes like color is a blue, your car color is a red. These are the something different specification about the object under the class. That is the class specification. The specification contains the detail of the data and the function that act upon the data. Means it's depend on that specification contains the detail about the data and function that act upon the data. Means as per the specification it work. Like a car manufacturing date, car color, car type, that one is attributes, and then it work on that. Object of a class are called individual instant of that class. Object of class, we can say that that is an individual instant. My car is an individual instant of a car class. That is simply the example about the object, right? Then any number of object can be created based on a class. Any number of object means we can create a multiple objects for a particular class, like your car, my car, ABCD, or it may be a different person have its own car. Then we can create a multiple objects under the car class, like object 1 for my car, object 2 for your car. That is the concept comes under the object oriented programming with the C++. We will understand it with the example. That one is a number of object can be created, how exact it created and how exact the use of that. We will understand later in with a practical. Then message passing, we already understand that one is a message passing, that is the simply a communication method. When instructor says that run, then particular student just to take action about the run. Same thing, instructor send a message to a student, that is the message passing, or it may be the message execute some functionality, right? A message for an object is a request for execution of an procedure, and therefore will be invoke a function in the receiving object that generates the desired result. That is simply the process. Message passing involves specifying the name of the object, the name of the function. You need to mention as like instructor says to a student run, means the particular message contains the functions, that is the name of function. Then object, that is the student name, the particular student name XYZ, just to go. Then go is a functionality and XYZ is a particular name of the object. Object can communicate with each other by passing the message, same as the people pass the message to each other. That is simply the concept. Object can send or receive the information. That is simply the communication between the two objects, or it may be the, we can say that two classes, like a student and teacher. These are the two classes. Then they communicate each other with the help of different type of messages. Then next concept, that one is abstraction. What is meant by the abstraction? Abstraction refer to representation of necessary features without including details or the explanation. Means that is, we can say that car, we cannot explain like that particular four-wheeled device, and that device moves forward. No, we say that that is the car, and car contains this type of functionality, like Whenever we say that car, we just to visualize that, or it may be the car definitely have functionality, it's move, or it may be it just how we can drive it, right? It's have four wheels. That is by default it comes with a word of a car. That is, we can say that that is abstraction. Means a whole definition, whole explanation about the car comes with a single word, that is a car. And that one is, we can say that abstraction is about the not explaining about the what exact the car is. We can directly say that car. Then classes use the concept of abstraction. Whenever we understand the class under the C++, you can I just to revise is the that one is abstraction, or it may be whatever the object oriented concept. In a coming lecture, class use the concept of abstraction and are defined as a list of abstract attribute and the function to operate on these attributes. Or we can consider as the simple class car as a class. Then abstraction, we're not explaining with the four wheel, or it may be the speed, or it may be the color. We can say that car as a class, right? Means that is the one type of abstraction, or it may be it contains a data and functionality, but we directly says that car that is a class. That is a example of abstraction. Then data abstraction is a programming technique that relies on the separation of interface and the implementation. Means whenever we run the interface, we use something that is simply the one type of abstraction. We have no idea about what exact it run behind that particular process. That is simply the interface. We can say that data abstraction. Implementation, that one is come with a new concept, that one is encapsulation. Then in general example about the abstraction, everyone use the keyboard. Whenever you press the key on a keyboard, it's appear that later on a screen, but behind the particular process, it exact how exact the electronically it prints the particular letter, that means we don't know. We only just to click on a particular button and it print on the screen. That is one type of abstraction. It doesn't matter how exact electronically it work. We only just to type the ABCD and it print on a screen. That is simply the abstraction process, or we can say that abstraction. Another example, whenever we use the TV, we use the remote, but particular remote contains particular ICs, which one is handle all the things, the functionality about the ICs and all the, we don't know about how exact it work, but we can directly use the remote. Means that is one type of abstraction of information. Then data abstraction with a simple car contains a different type of operations and the attributes or data. That is simple again representation about the data abstraction. Then next concept, that one is the encapsulation. Encapsulation is the principle of object oriented programming. It's one type of a rule, we can say that. In a simple word, encapsulation is a process of binding data member and member function. For example, car have a manufacturing date, color, right? And as a function, it contains a particular move, drive, or it may be a braking. These are the functions. We bind these two things combinedly, and we can say that car as a one object. That is, we can say that that is a encapsulation. Means a combine the data member and member function. We can say that that process is a encapsulation, right? And the interface, or it may be a representation about that object. We can say that car is an object. That is the one type of abstraction. And encapsulation, it combines with a manufacturing date and the functionalities. That is the two concept, abstraction and encapsulation. Then encapsulation is data is not accessible to the outside world. Only those functions who are wrapped in the class can be accessed. It's a simple difference between the abstraction and encapsulation. Abstraction run with the only interface. We just to access it. encapsulation is a concept related to the implementation, how exact it implement, means how exact remote is work, then how exact keyboard, when we type the some key on a keyboard, then how exact it work, like particular after pressing the keyboard button, it sends a signal to the particular processor, and then processor print that later on a screen, right? That is comes under the encapsulation, and only the accessing interfacing about the keyboard is comes under the abstraction. Okay, and encapsulation is in detail about the information implementation, right? That is simply the process or difference between the abstraction and encapsulation. Class is the best example of encapsulation. Again we can say that class is a example of abstraction also, class is an example of encapsulation also. We will understand later how exact the class is an example of both abstraction and encapsulation. Then this is simply a, we can say that is a capsule. Normally medical things, everyone knows the capsule, we take a capsule, but it contains a multiple medicines, but we don't know what exact the behind this particular case, but we will directly take it. That one is a simple the abstraction process. Encapsulation, that one is the concept, the particular capsule contained some medicine, and that contains a method, or it may be a variable, or it may be the some chemical content related to a medicine, that comes under the encapsulation. Which one is the encapsulation? Means that medicine bind with the one capsule, that is the encapsulation. Abstraction, that one is simply a we take it and access, or it may be use that capsule, that we can say that we can directly use or take it that capsule, that is abstraction. We do not care about what it contains and all that. Then data encapsulation, that it contains a two type again, private and public. Public we can directly access it. This is somewhat this is somewhat in general explanation. This is somewhat practically or programmatically we can say that the explanation about data encapsulation. This particular class concept contains a access specifier, which one is represent with the private data and public data. We will understand at the time of understanding the syntax about the class is what is meant by the access specifiers. Private and publics are the access specifier. We will understand it with the example. The difference between the abstraction and encapsulation: abstraction solves the problem in a design level. Means abstraction doesn't matter, or it may be not care about what exact the internally execution is done. It's only the outer look. Like we use the mobile, we access the mobile, we don't know how exact it works. That is a one type of abstraction. Encapsulation solves the problem in the implementation level. Like we access the image, or it may be a mobile, then we directly unlock it with the help of a outer interface, with the help of interface. Encapsulation actually execute the actual process, implementation process. Like whenever you put the pin on the screen, that is the abstraction, that is the interface. After the implementation, or after the putting the pin, it verifies by the mobile processor it's correct or not. It's okay, it's correct, and it gives the access to the mobile. That's the part of encapsulation. Okay, that is a part of implementation. And the abstraction, that is a part of a design. Abstraction is used for hiding the unwanted data and giving the relevant data. Encapsulation means hiding the code and the data into this single unit to protect the data from outside the world. We don't know how exact the mobile screen gives the access to a user when we put the correct password, right? That is the mechanism behind the accessing the mobile. That comes under the encapsulation. Abstraction lets you focus on what the object does instead of how it does. Means we access the mobile, it's a sufficient. That is abstraction. We do not care about how exact it works. But under the encapsulation, it's hide the internal detail or mechanism of how an object does something. And encapsulation means hiding internal detail or mechanism of how an object does something. Means particular whenever we put the password internally how exact it work, that is comes under the encapsulation. But it's again the hide from the user. And maybe some of the part is viewable. Abstraction, outer layout used in a term of a design. Encapsulation, inner layout used in term of implementation. That is simply the difference between the abstraction and encapsulation. Outlook of a mobile phone, like it have a display screen and a keypad button, dial a number. Inner implementation detail of mobile phone, how keypad button and display screen are connected with each other using a circuit. That is a encapsulation. Abstraction. Okay. Difference between the abstraction and encapsulation. Abstraction means your mobile screen, you access it, that is abstraction. You do not care about how exact it works. Encapsulation, it's about the implementation. Whatever the abstraction interfaces execute the things behind the screen, encapsulation run for that. That is simply the difference between the abstraction and encapsulation. Then next concept, that one is inheritance. Inheritance is the process by which object of one class acquires the property of object of another class. Concept of inheritance provides the idea of a reusability. With the help of inheritance, we can reuse the things under the object oriented. We will directly understand the one example, like whenever we say that a vehicle, right? Definitely it comes under divided into a different type of vehicle type, like a wheeled vehicle or without wheeled vehicle. Then wheeled vehicle contains again the four wheel, two wheel. Then again four wheel contains again the different type of cars, like a sedan car, or it may be the long car, or it may be the hatchback, whatever the different type of car categories comes under. Again the sedan car contains a different type of car models, like a different type of company. These are the again inherit with the vehicle. Whenever if we say that car, it comes under the wheeled vehicle. Whenever we say that wheeled vehicle, it comes under the vehicle. Means it's a inherit some property. Vehicle gives some property to wheeled vehicle. Wheeled vehicle gives some property to four wheel. Four wheel gives some property to the sedan car or something like that. This is inherit, means it gives some property to a next class. Means one class use some property of a existing class, that comes with the concept of inheritance. Okay. Then another example, that one is mammals. That one is comes with dogs, cats, humans. Then again cats comes with a lion, tiger, leopards. That one is simply the cats comes under the mammals, or maybe the tiger comes under the cats. It takes attributes, or it may be some functionality from the cat class. That's why it comes under the tiger. That is simply the inheritance. Means one class gives some functionality to the another class. That one is, we can say that is a inheritance process. Then next, that one is a polymorphism. Polymorphism is a process which one is a, we will understand the polymorphism, what exact the polymorphism is. That one is a OP concept. It's actual the Greek word. What is the meaning of that word? That is, poly means many, and morphism means form, many form. Okay, that is actual the explanation about polymorphism. Then how exact the polymorphism means, what is meant by the polymorphism? We'll just to take a simple example of a operator overloading. That is, for example, plus or operator. We use a plus operator whenever we just to make addition of a two number, we use the plus operator. Whenever we concat the two string under the programming, we use the plus operator. Means single plus operator behaves to shows the two behavior. Means shows the many form. This is one form, it gives addition. This is one form, of a same thing as a plus operator, it gives the concat the string. That concept called as a polymorphism. Under the polymorphism, this is called as a operator overloading. Means one thing represent the two behavior, or it may be a two functionality. That's called the polymorphism. Many form. Okay, like everyone execute the multiple role. Like you are the student in the college, same time you are the you have a family and you are the child of someone else. That is again the two role. You are the child of someone else and you are a student. That is simply the polymorphism. Then another example with the polymorphism, like a sum function may take a 2 argument or 3 argument. This function, sum function, have a same name of a sum function, but we pass the variable as a 2 variable and 3 variable. It gives a addition, but function name is the same, but behavior is different. That's why this comes under the polymorphism. Then draw function is a function which one is draw the circle, draw the box, draw the triangle, but the form is a one and the particular behavior is a many. That's why it comes under the polymorphism. Okay, thank you.